Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to be talking about how you can retire rich, you can retire comfortably, you can choose your time for retirement and get your freedom. The truth is that true freedom actually comes with money as long as you're in this world. It's just a truth that we can't, it's not something that is debatable. True freedom actually comes, is achieved with financial freedom. So let's get to it. That so many people are actually doing a job in which they don't like, and it's good for you to be able to plan towards your retirement. And some people are actually doing jobs that they like, but at a point in time we need to actually gain our financial freedom for us to be able to do the things that we are really passionate about. Maybe you are really passionate about maybe holding a charity, you are passionate about having your own side also, your business, something that your 9 to 5 is not giving you the opportunity, or even your business is a business that you are ever present there. If you are not present, then the business is not going to run. Something that cannot run without you. You need your freedom for your grandkids, for your children, for your family. So many of us, we need, so many people, we need different things for different reasons. So let's get to it. My name is Tammy, and I've had over 2 decades of experience both in financial and investment services. And on this channel, we talk about personal finance, we talk about self-development, we talk about wealth creation and management, retirement planning, and also investment. If this resonates with you, please kindly click the subscribe button. I want to thank everyone that keeps coming back to watch this channel. Thank you so much. God bless you. So let's get to the business of today. Firstly, what is retirement? Let me first of all tell you what retirement is not. Retirement is not about age. It's not about maybe you are 60 or you're 65 or you're 70. No, retirement is not about age. Retirement is actually a number. A number is like your freedom number, your freedom fund number, in which once you have achieved that number, you can voluntarily retire and say, okay, let me face I want to have more significance in my life. I want my life to have much more meaning than just going to work every day and spend work. No, that just what a retirement is actually a number. So if you don't know that number, you just keep working and working and working until you drop. But when you already know the goalposts, you already have the idea of, okay, this is the number in which if I am able to achieve it, I'm able to cover my bills every month, every year in, year out, maybe for the next 30 years, for the next 40 years, I'm able to cover all my expenses and more. I'm able to contribute to my society. I'm able to live a life of significance. Once you get to that number, working comes to you now as optional. Working now will become optional. Working will not be like you are in the survival mood, like I have to work to be able to pay my bills and all that. Working now comes to you like, I'm working because I love what I'm doing. I'm working because I'm still contributing to the society, or contributing my my knowledge and all that. I just love to work. That's why I'm working. But I'm not working because I have to pay my bills. I'm not working because I have so many debts on my neck or something. That's what retirement is about. So once you get to that number, you're able to cover all your expenses and more. You're able to contribute to your society. You're able to add value to other people's life. Then what's more? You can actually, you're free to do whatever you want. That's the retirement we're talking about. We're not talking about age. We're not talking about until you get to 65, until you get to 70. No, the retirement we are talking about is about number, not age. Retirement always looks very vague and far-fetched to so many people. You don't put a figure to it. The truth is that if you don't know where you're going, everywhere will look like it. If you don't put a figure to it, it always looks like something that's like a mirage. Like you get there and it disappears, you get there and it disappears and all that. So once you put a figure to it, you put a face to it, you're able to recognize it. It's like saying, I like, sometimes when you want to buy a car, you now see the car almost everywhere you go. You will see this same car, you'll be like, is this the only car that is on the road? It's just because you now have a desire, you have put a face to it. So once you put a face to it, you put a figure to your retirement. When you now get there, when you achieve it, you know that, okay, I've done it, I've achieved it, I've achieved my goal. So now let's put a face to it. Let's even look at what it means. You can calculate along with me. So I'm going to just use a figure, assuming that all your expenses, I'm talking about the essential expenses, the essentials every month, maybe your rent. I'm going to be talking in terms of naira. You can convert it to pounds, you can convert it to dollars and all that. So let's say your monthly rent, your tax, your bills, all your bills, maybe the school fee you're paying, maybe for the energy bills, the food, the clothing and all that. Everything comes to say like 1 million each every month. So that means every year your annual expenses is like 12 million. It's like 12 million. So let's just say 12 million. So divide this 12 million by 4%, because we're expecting that, okay, whatever investment that we make, we should be able to withdraw like 4% every year to be able to cover our expenses. So whatever you are withdrawing every year must be able to be like, must be 12 million. That's why we want to divide our yearly expenses now is 12 million. So dividing this 12 million by 4% is going to give us 300 million. Now 300 million, I'll call it the freedom fund amount. This is the amount you need to have in your investment account. Someone is saying, where am I going to get 300 million from? Now, it's not about the 300 million. It's not about what am I going to be doing to get there. How long is it going to take me to get there if I'm going to use this strategy of probably, let's say the number one strategy is that I want to be saving and investing 100,000 naira from my income every month. Maybe I'm going to be putting it inside the money market mutual funds account. So if I do this for the next 15 years, it's going to yield 150 million for me at the interest rate of 20%. That's number one strategy, you know. So if you want to tune it up like 100,000, you don't want to use the next 15 years to save 100,000. Probably you want to, okay, I can afford to save 200,000, or probably I will have to get side hustles to complement what I'm doing, so I'll be able to save like 250,000 every month. Then in another 12 years or 10 years, it should be able to take you to 300 million. But if you want to be saving that 100,000 for the next 20 years, it's going to take you to 324 million. All ceteris paribus, all things being equal, 20% return on investment on the mutual funds account and all that. So that's one strategy. Now you have put a figure to your retirement fund, freedom fund, which is 300 million. So it's now the case of how do I get there. So if you also are able to save 100 million, maybe probably putting aside something to your mutual fund, you can decide to say, okay, on this 100 million, let me put it in federal government bonds. If I put this 100 million in federal government bonds at the rate of 15%, it will be giving me 15 million every year, and my annual expenses is 12 million. So I still have excess of 3 million. I can decide to go for vacation. All right, that's another one. I can decide to invest. Okay, let me buy stocks, dividend stocks that will be giving me dividends every year. I can decide to go for the bank stocks, maybe GTB. GTB pays like 7 naira on every share. So if I buy 200,000 units of GTB, it's going to give me my 2.1 million. If I decide to reinvest the 2.1 million in buying shares and to be increasing my shares, at the end of maybe probably 10 years, I'm going to be having over 500,000 shares and all that. So that you can decide to buy dividend stocks that will be giving you dividends. Either you want to buy Presco, you want to buy UBA, you want to buy Zenith, you want to buy all these dividend stocks that they are consistent, they've been paying over time, they've been increasing their dividends, and their stock prices are not dropping and all that, because dividend stock price is also a factor, and to your dividend yield. So you can also go through that route. I can decide that, okay, I want to invest in treasury bills, or I want to invest in all this fixed income. But the major thing before you even get there is that you have to miss something that you have to be putting aside. And you may use your investment pot to be maybe a money market mutual fund. In the money market mutual fund, you pay in so little and you get so much because it's compound interest. Because you are having growth on growth. If you put in your capital there, it's going to every day is yielding interest, and the interest is added to your capital and is rolled over every day. So it's magic. It's magical. But so if I decide to use the money market mutual funds as the investment vehicle for you to be able to get your first 100 million, then from the first 100 million you can decide, okay, I want to put it there, I want to put it here. And if you feel that okay, 15 years is going to be such a long time, 10 years is such a long time, you can decide to shorten it. It's now, the ball is now in your court. It depends on how badly you actually really want to get out of a job that you don't like, or how badly you really want to fulfill your dreams of maybe having, contributing to society, living a very significant life, and adding value to people's life, or how badly you really want it, or how badly you really want your freedom. It now depends. So that will now be the strategy, and that you now use to determine, okay, I want to be saving 40% of my income, I want to be saving 30% of my income, I want to be, you cannot increase it. You can decide to increase it. You might decide to be in your job for the next 20 years, you might decide to be in your job for the next 30 years, depending on your age, really. But you don't need to. What I'm just trying to say in this video is that retirement is not about the age, it's about the number. So the earlier you get to the number, the better for you. And it depends on how really badly you really want this, because there's no amount of whatever anybody says that actually inspire you. But if you're like, God, I hate this job that I'm doing, so now what can I do? Because it's in my control of what can I do to be able to achieve my financial freedom. If my income I cannot remove 200,000 from my income, then I get side hustles. I get things I can do, maybe evening job, maybe side hustles, maybe online, so many things, remote jobs, so many things I can do. The world is so large, so huge right now, and you're able to do it to be able to get to your dream. So it depends on your drive, like how badly do I want it? Some people can do fire, right? Achieve financial independence, retire early, they can do it in 5 years. Just depend on how badly do I want this. So retirement is not about the age, it's about the number. Put a figure to it. Even have the idea of what it will cost you to even retire. Like, have the idea. So how will you be able to achieve this? Firstly, you need to be out of debt, especially consumer debt. Because the truth is that as long as you have debt, it will be very difficult for you to say you want to retire. Because all these consumer debts, they have high interest. And if you say you want to be investing, so some of the interest of this investment are lower than what you're going to be paying on the credit loans. So it's very important that you are out of debt, either the car loan, either the student debt, the credit card, the bank loan, all the loans, the loan sharks, oh God, these loans are like demons. See, God, people are killing themselves because of loan sharks, because it's like once you are into it, it's never going to end. So as much as possible, please avoid this loan sharks. A loan that you are getting 400,000 and you are paying back 5 million. I mean, that is evil. That is like evil. That is like evil. What can I say? That is so evil. That is so evil. That is so evil. Don't even get into it. Don't be so desperate to get into it. A lot of people are committed suicide because of all these loan sharks. Please, as much as possible, please try and avoid these loan sharks. Anything that your power cannot do, just leave it. If it's school fees of your children that are too much, take them to school that you can afford the school fees. Don't get loan to buy a car. Don't get loan to get a house. Get a house that you can afford. We can live within our means. Living within your means gives you a peace of mind. People might make jest of you. People might say a lot of things. Don't bother. If people say a lot of things, it's not better than people saying a lot of things than you getting into a loan shark territory, and you'll be using 5 million to pay a loan of 400,000. God, I beg you. So please, as much as possible, pay off your loan, pay off your debt and all that. Get out of debt. Then the second way also to plan your way out, aside paying off your debt, is for you to be able to now strategize. Like, okay, how much is it going to cost me every month to be putting aside? You're going to be treating this as you're treating your rent, like a bill. You'll be putting your savings and investment, you put in the category of an expense. Like, as you're paying your bill, as you're paying your rent, you're also paying yourself. You're paying yourself. We can never overemphasize that. Your future is looking at you like this, in the eyes. As you are paying your bills, pay yourself. It's very important you pay yourself. Pay your life. Before you pay any black tax or before you pay anything, pay your life, pay yourself. Because when you get there, it will now be only you and you. Like only you facing you. Nobody will see you. All these people that you are trying to please, buying ashwebi, buying this, they will say this, you want to do it. It's good for you to contribute. It's good for everybody wants to feel significant. Everybody wants to live a life of significance, a life of meaning. You want to contribute, you want to feel good, but not at the expense of your life, not at the expense of yourself. Please, so as much as possible, plan your way out of anything that you don't like, especially job. Because the truth is that if you're in a job, I know some people that are in a highly pressured environment, like giving ridiculous targets, working under bosses that are frustrated, and they're now pushing their frustration on other people. They go for meetings and you go for and you come back so depressed. And how long are you going to do that? How long are you going to do that? I know some people are doing it because of their family. But don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Plan your way out of all this mess. If you want an accountability partner, you can join our 100 million club. It's free. It's totally free. We just take you through what the process is, what you're supposed to be doing, what you do. We remind ourselves to save, to invest towards our future every day. And, we talk to ourselves, we encourage ourselves. And aside that, it's a community that we are having a focus. We are having a focus of what we want to achieve. And everybody is just, it's not, everybody is saving. People that have never even saved before. People that they are always saving and going back to eat up their savings. Everybody, because when you see other people doing, you'll be like, what kilo shame in English? What is happening that I can't do it? Everybody have the bukata they are carrying. Everybody has, responsibilities. But that doesn't mean I will have responsibilities and forget myself. I won't forget myself. I will pay myself first. So join the community. The link is down below if you want to join the community. It's free. It's totally free. No pressure. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bless you.